good morning, good morning. And this is an absolutely glorious evening in Weston-super-Mare. I'm heading down to the Weston Bike Night, which I found out is actually one of, if not the biggest supported bike nights in the country, if you go by number of bikes that attend. And obviously that varies depending on weather conditions and time of year, but I'm expecting numbers tonight, and serious numbers, because it's the bank holiday weekend on its way, school holidays next week, so people may have finished early, but also because the weather is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at it, it is incredible. So we're on the seafront now. We'll have a quick, a very quick ride down. It's just a couple of 100 yards down the road. We're going to stop off. I might have a look at a few nice bikes down there, and then we'll head back out. I don't spend too much time down there, to be fair, because I'll end up spending an absolute fortune on bacon rolls, burgers and coffee, which is not ideal. I will be using it tomorrow to commute back and forth to work. Unfortunately, I don't like doing it, but it's a bank holiday weekend, the sun is out, and half of the north of Britain, and when I say the north, I mean anything north of Bristol, will be heading down to the southwest. And what happens then is the M5 gets clogged up, you get a couple of crashes, everything stops, and I am filtering again, and I can't do that too easily in the car. So the weather's supposed to be good for the next week or so, actually, so definitely a day tomorrow to make the most of the bike's ability. And also it means you start the day on a high, finish the day on a high, burning into the weekend, which is what we love. Weirdly, I haven't seen many bikes on the way in, and I would have thought it would have been quite busy by now. Oh, there is a few there. It looks quite quiet, actually, surprisingly. Am I early, maybe? I am very early, unless it's cancelled it, in which case this has been a bit of a wasted video, but surely not. Yeah, there's nothing down here. There is nothing down here. No stalls, no shops. Well, there's me bigging up how great Weston's Bike Night is, and it's rubbish. Well, it's actually not rubbish, obviously. It's just obviously been cancelled for a reason tonight. Who knows why, but I shall try and find out. Well, at least I got out on the bike. The embarrassing thing is, I asked a couple of guys if they wanted to come with me, and I'm glad now they were busy, because otherwise I'd look like a right twat. But at least now, look, even though the bike night is cancelled, there's still a load of people here. was a bit of a missed opportunity. It's a gorgeous night, there's nothing on the seafront, but they decided to cancel Weston Bike Night for some reason. Nobody really knows why, but it was on the Facebook page, and I neglected to check Facebook as always because I don't like Facebook very much. So I didn't see the notice. But as you saw, there were some absolutely amazing bikes down there tonight. It was phenomenal. Got chatting to some amazing guys. I mean, the Fireblade was an absolute treat to look at. That was a stunning bike, and the new Moto Guzzi 100 is just artwork, absolute artwork. So I'm just going to head back now then. That's a bit of a disappointment. I mean, it's amazing that so many people still turned up even though it was cancelled. I think most of them didn't realise it was cancelled, a bit like me, which is sometimes the best one, an impromptu bike night of maybe 50 to 75 bikes, but it was good fun. It was a great night out. And I've got CBR boy next to me who clearly wants to go faster than me, and I'm going to let him go as well because I'm not in any great rush. Okay, so he isn't wanting to go faster than me. I'm afraid my racing days are gone, especially through town. Right, I'm going to have to close my visor even though it's really hot, because I'm well aware that it's whistling like a good one. There you go, is that a bit better? So I'm sorry that I couldn't show you Weston Bike Night in all of its glory. My sincere apologies. I'll have to come down another time, won't I? I suppose at least I won't manage to get out on the bike, see some other bikes, and saved £1. Although I think I should just give that to charity anyway, because that's where the money goes. That's the great thing about it. They charge £1 to get into Weston Bike Night, and all that money goes towards the Royal British Legion, Help for Heroes. I think actually it might be just the Royal British Legion now, but that's great. That supports veteran soldiers, airmen and sailors when they come out of the forces, looks after them, trains them, supports them, can do all sorts, finds them jobs, finds them accommodation, because it's tough when you come out of the forces. You're kind of in a sheltered world where everything's done for you. You're not actually allowed to do a lot apart from obey orders and do your service, which is what we all wanted to do when we were in, but you don't get a lot of life skills outside of that gated life and community. Daytona 675. Mine doesn't look like that. Mine doesn't look anything like as put together as that. Fair play, you can wheelie a lot better than I can. That's because I can't wheelie, but that does take some skill. I can't condone that sort of behaviour, and now it means I have to block his number plate out of my video, or maybe it was just the angle. Okay, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling getting involved with that, to be honest. That looks like an accident waiting to happen. And there you have it. That's what happens. As if I couldn't have timed that any better. Oh, maybe I'm just getting old and miserable. I can't do that stuff anymore. My reactions aren't quick enough. My health insurance isn't high enough. trouble with having a sporty type of bike is that it's so easy to get yourself into trouble, but when you're riding it on the edge, it's very difficult to get yourself out of it. So stay as far away from the edge as possible, that's my advice. Enjoy the journey, don't fixate on the destination. Anyway, that's about it for me. I'll probably leave the camera running just in case anything interesting happens, but if it doesn't, this will be the end of the video. Stay safe everyone, have a good one, and I'll catch you on the flip side.